If you're looking to update your wardrobe this autumn, this is the video for you. What's up, neighbors? I'm Tinashe and welcome back to The Gent Next Door. So, welcome to my room. Welcome to my actual wardrobe, or closet, you might call it, in America. And today I thought I would actually just take you behind the scenes. Normally I'm on a desk talking to you and actually show you practically how I as a stylist do my job on a daily basis. I'm going to be using my own wardrobe in my own room and show you how you can update your wardrobe in 3 simple steps this autumn. If you're new to this channel, I'm an image consultant and stylist. I help men around the world improve their personal style and turn their image into an asset. So if that's you, like and subscribe. That's all the housekeeping. So let's get on with today's video. As a stylist, the first thing people usually ask me, whether I'm meeting somebody as a friend, whether I'm on a business meeting, or even on a day, is people ask me their opinion on their outfit, or they say, oh my gosh, you're going to judge me. I feel so underdressed. I'm always just taken back because when I'm meeting people socially, I'm not thinking like a stylist. I'm thinking like just a normal everyday person. But naturally, people are always asking me for style advice. People are always sending me DMs or emails looking for tips on how they can improve. Sometimes it's women asking me for their boyfriends and how to improve their style. And the answer is always pretty much the same. There's no golden rule to improving your style. Improving your style is a commitment to a journey of introspection, of understanding yourself, and also a journey of finding out what your goals and your aspirations are in life and how your style can fit within the context of the wider world that you live in. So for example, your career, your relationships, and the social circles that you want to be around in and express yourself in. So it's about understanding the microenvironment, your internal self, who you are, who you want to be, and the macro, where you fit into the world, where you fit into the marketplace, where you fit into the dating spectrum, your relationships, and basically your well-being and your success as a human being. In every touch point you have in your life, you're putting on clothes, which means that your clothes are a fundamental component into every area of your life. People see who you are before they hear who you are. And as psychologists have told us, around 80% of communication or more is non-verbal. So what people are seeing with their eyes is communicating. You have a brand, whether you like it or not, you do have a brand, your clothes are saying something. So you want to be intentional to make sure that your clothes are authentic to who you are, but also relevant in the context of your world. I hope that makes sense. If that does not make sense, leave a comment below and I'll try and answer it and break it down for you. So how does one improve their style? Well, the first thing that you need to get right if you want to dress better is your wardrobe. It's a little bit like if you want to make a great meal, the first thing you need is the right ingredients. If you want to improve your style, you need the right ingredients, and the ingredients of dressing well is, of course, the clothes in your wardrobe. Now, I always advise my clients to book a wardrobe edit with me once a quarter. That's once every 3 months. And of course, the transition from September to October is also in transition in weather. We're going from warm summer into the more mild or cold autumn in the Western Hemisphere. So it's a great chance. This time of year is the perfect time to just go into your wardrobe, do an inventory of where you are, where you want to be, and find out where the gaps are missing. And then from there, we build on getting the right clothes, where to get the right clothes, getting them at the right prices. So today, I'm going to bring pieces from my own wardrobe and just tell you what I'm happy with, what I believe is missing. And then at the end, I'll have a detailed and succinct shopping list of what I need to buy on my next shopping trip for myself. So when I was young, I used to watch like cooking shows or art shows, and they always used to say, here's one I made earlier. I've already pre-organized my jackets and I'm going to show you what I've done right now. So here are some of my jackets, not all of them, but some of them. So as you can see, I've organized them in form of color. So how many do I have here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got more in the other room. I've got another wardrobe in the other room, but I've got 10 in here. And as you can see, around 5 of them are black. So I've put the blacks on one side. I've got 3 navy blues, and I've got one which has got a pattern to it. and then one white jacket. This one, I won't be wearing this in autumn. This is a summer lightweight denim jacket that I wear. But the others are relevant for autumn if I want to layer up. So that's an example of, how many jackets you have, and that you're pretty covered in terms of blacks and blues, but anything beyond that, as you can see, there is a gap in my wardrobe for some nuanced colored jackets. So maybe a brown, maybe something beige and tan to match the season is something that could be missing in my wardrobe for this season. For this autumn, for this season, a brown jacket is going in the shopping list. So that adds now. The next thing we're going to do is look at my sweaters or jumpers. In the UK, we call them jumpers. Don't ask me why. But one thing about knitwear, guys, when you're putting knitwear away in your wardrobe, never put it on a hanger. Gravity and water is the enemy of knitwear. It stretches the fibers and ruins its shape. So always fold your knitwear and then put it away into your wardrobe on a shelf. Never hang it up. Okay, so I've got 2 black sweaters, both knitted. And then in terms of neutral colors, I have 3 neutral colored sweaters. And then in terms of prints and patterns, I have 2 of those as well. So as you can see, guys, when it comes to sweaters, there is space probably for one more black sweater or maybe something similar to black, like a brown. And there's also probably a statement sweater, which can be a print or a pattern. There's obviously one space for there. But in terms of neutrals, I've got 3, which should be enough for this season. Now, I'm not a big wearer of jeans, particularly in recent years. I've really shifted over to wearing trousers or pants, as you would call them in the States. But I do own 2 pairs of jeans. One is a wide leg pair of black jeans, which I actually love. So I'm going to keep this. The other pair is like a mid-blue pair of jeans. I don't like the shape. They're too skinny, and I think slim cut jeans are a little bit out of date. I haven't worn this pair of jeans in a year. This is something I'm going to put aside and probably list on Vinted to sell. So when you're doing a wardrobe edit every quarter, for the things that no longer match your style goals or have gone out of fashion or are too old, you should always put them aside, and these are things that you can give away to charity, or you can actually sell and make a little bit of money. These jeans are still in very good condition, so I'm going to actually put these up for sale. They'll probably sell for maybe £2 or £3 on Vinted, which adds to the bank. So that's how that's going to work. Now, when it comes to tailored trousers, these are standalone trousers. These are not trousers that are part of a suit. I have got one grey one from Mania Devor. These are some of my favorite trousers. I love these. I've got one pair of black ones, which are classic straight smart trousers. And I've got these kind of, again, they're kind of grey with a tinge of brown. I love these trousers. They're fantastic, but they just don't suit me. They're high-waisted and really, they've got the pleats at the front, which doesn't suit my body shape. So they're just as good as new. So these are going to go into the sale for Vinted. I'm going to put these up for sale. And the other 2 are still very useful in my wardrobe. So these are going to stay. So obviously I've got a space for one more neutral pair of smart trousers. So that will be added to my shopping list. In terms of casual trousers, I have a pair of black cargos. They're a couple of years old now. They're kind of beginning to lose their color. So these will probably stay in the wardrobe, but if I find a really nice pair that I like, I'm probably going to upgrade on these, but they'll stay. These are CSC trousers. Again, they bubbled really badly in the wash, which is not great. I won't be buying from this brand again because after one wash, they've already bubbled. So it's a good lesson in your style journey to know the brands that give you good value for money in terms of quality and longevity. And this brand failed that test. So I will be removing this brand from my shopping list. And they're in such bad condition that I wouldn't be happy selling this to someone. These are going to go to a recycling. The final one are these cherry colored trousers. They're really good for like very, very casual days when I'm just, maybe going to the shops or something. They're really quite handy. But again, this is something that I'm going to upgrade on. So we are down 3 pairs of casual trousers or cargos. So we've got a lot of shopping to do when it comes to trousers. And obviously there's light colored trousers. These are more my summer trousers. They're both really awesome wide leg, high waisted trousers for summer. I love both of these. They're going to be put away for 6 months and they'll be back in March. But they're going to stay in the wardrobe, of course. I might bring them out if I go on holiday. I'm likely going to be going on holiday next month. So maybe they'll go in the holiday package. But for autumn, they're going to go be put away in the back of the closet. So finally, guys, in terms of t-shirts, I've got 2 black t-shirts, 2 neutral colored t-shirts, and then I've got 3 sort of bright colored statement t-shirts. So I'm pretty well stocked. As I said, we've just come out of summer. So I did have a big shopping spree of t-shirts this summer. So I'm pretty well stocked. I've actually got more, but they're all in the wash right now. So I've got quite a lot of t-shirts. I won't be buying any new ones. So we're pretty fine. We won't be shopping for t-shirts. T-shirts are still handy both in winter and summer because you'll still be doing a lot of layering, and it's good to give you options and add highlights and embellishments to outfits. So just because the weather is getting cold doesn't mean you no longer need t-shirts. You do still need t-shirts even in the colder months, guys. There's a quick fire guide on how you can update your wardrobe this autumn. So the key to remember, guys, is a wardrobe is like the ingredients of a great meal. Without a great wardrobe, it's very hard to be a stylish person. You have to get the wardrobe right. That's like the foundation of a cake or the foundation of a building. But a wardrobe edit helps you identify where you are and what's missing. It gives you a roadmap, a succinct and fact-based shopping list that you know when you go out there and you're buying stuff, you're not wasting time and money. Naturally, there are other steps to take beyond this. So it's not just about finding the gaps that are in your wardrobe. It's also understanding the colors that you need, which shade of colors match you best, getting those clothes at the right places at the best prices, and obviously getting the fit and the cut right as well. The time it takes to get to that place is reduced by working with a stylist. So if that's something that interests you and you want more information, there is a link below where you can book a free call and we can have a chat about your style goals. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, have a go at this. I really encourage you to have a go at just looking at your wardrobe, making a list of everything that you have and everything that you believe is missing. It won't take you that long. You should be done within an hour. Send me photos of your pieces in your wardrobe. And if you want my opinion, I'm happy to give you my opinion on items and what you think is missing. As always, guys, I really appreciate the support. I'm really determined to help more and more people. So please like this video and share it with a friend if you find it useful. And I will catch you as always on the next one. Peace.